Hello, today we're going to attempt to turn an afghan into a vest. I have this pattern. This is a Simplicity 8990, and I want to use, this is view C. I don't know if you can see it. View C is, I want to use that for my template. So I can't promise you that it's going to be exactly like this, but I am going to use it as my guide for my vest. And I'm going to show you what we're going to use to make the vest. I am repurposing an afghan that I got from the thrift store that I fit beautiful fall colors. Beautiful. So let me see if I can hold it. So it's more of a throw size. It's not very large. It is about the length of my table. I don't know how long my table is. It is actually about the size of the table, the length and the width. So hopefully I'll be able to get a vest out of this for the fall. I'm not sure how long I'm going to make it. What I'm going to do is when I've cut out the pieces to the pattern already. So I'm going to place the pieces on here to make sure that I'm able to get enough of the main pieces, because for like belt and I'm not going to put a lining in there, but the trim or the binding that may go on the inside, just so you know, that covers the seams, all of that, I'm thinking about using another fabric for that. So as long as I have enough to cut out the main parts, then I'm comfortable. Then I can see how much is left to see for additional parts. I also want to put two huge pockets on it, but this is a trial and error, so we're going to see what happens and what I do. So let's get started. I'm going to cut it out. I will say that on this afghan, it has like scalloped edges. And I want to try to make that the bottom of the sweater vest. So that's also going to determine how I lay the pattern pieces out. But right now I'm going to lay my pattern pieces out, trace them, and cut them, and then I'll be back. Okay, I've done my cutout. This is the back. I don't know if you can see. Let me see. You can see that's the shoulder, the neckline, in the arm area. So this is the back. Right now what I'm doing is I'm taking the side pieces, and I know that I'm going to sew where I'm going to sew at. I have to I'm trying to make sure that the pattern lines up. So that's what I'm doing now, and I'm going to pin this together. Now at this point, I'm doing the renegade sewing where I kind of go on my own. So I use the pattern for my guide. From this point on, I'm kind of just going to wing it. So this isn't a tutorial on that pattern. I just use that pattern as a guide to cut out pieces to make my vest, because it had a style that I liked. So what I'm doing is just seeing if my pieces line up. I think this goes on this side better. Let's see. Not sure if it really matters. So this is just my shoulder seam where I'm just lining them up, the front to the back. Yeah, I think this side goes better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin this down, and I'm going to sew down this way, and I'm going to sew my shoulder, and then I'm going to see what I'm working with, and then we'll see where we're going to go from there as far as how I'm gonna, I know I'm gonna have to put some kind of binding on here, and I have some old t-shirts that I was thinking about using, because I'm not totally sure. I think this is gonna be too thick, but maybe I'm able to serge this, which will create where I can make just one fold over. But I'll see. Right now I'm going to do the side seams and the shoulder seams after I pin it. Okay, I wanted to show you where I was. I did the side seams, and I actually attached the neck to it, which I thought was going to be harder than it was. I'm actually liking this. Let me put you down a little bit so you can see. I took a little too much off on this side, so it's not coming totally together like I wanted. But because I feel like the afghan is very heavy, I'm gonna let this sit overnight just so the fabric can hang, and I'll see where it lands tomorrow. I do want to put a pocket on. Like I gotta fix this. This is gonna bother me. So yeah, I gotta fix this puckering. And see, this side isn't puckering, so I don't know totally what I did wrong. But I'll go back and look at that seam. I may have to take it apart and re-sew it and reattach it. I feel like it's good. I'm loving the color. I'm glad I was able to keep the scallop up there, and I kept the scallop at the bottom. It's hitting right above my knee, which is kind of what I wanted. So far, I'm loving it. I gotta figure out what I'm going to do with this raw edge, because I don't want it to unravel since this was knitted. But so far, I'm liking it. We'll see where it goes. I don't know if I wanted to come like this, but I like it. I think it's good. I think it's gonna be really cute with a turtleneck and a pair of jeans and a pair of booties. That's my goal. To find a turtleneck with one of these colors, the solid color, in this vest that I'm making. And I'm sure I have boots or booties around here, just so you can see what it looks like when I do take the full picture of it. Like I said, I do want to add pockets. I'm a pocket person. I saw somebody put a post like to my, what's the big deal about pockets? But I guess if you're a pocket person, that's the big deal. You just like pockets. So with that being said, I'm going to stop for today. I feel like I've done enough work for today. And by tomorrow, I will figure out how I'm going to bind or finish off the edges. But I'm liking it. I'm surprised that it's coming out. I don't know what a pattern is, but even though I was just using the pattern for the guide, I did figure this out. So I'm gonna try to show you. So this is where I joined the shoulder right here, and it left this part. It left all of this. What I should not have done was cut this. When I cut the two parts, when I cut the two pieces, I actually forgot to cut this part, and I should have left it together, which is fine. This is what was supposed to happen, but it's also was supposed to happen with just like regular fabric. And by this not being fabric, it has a little bulk right here. However, I sewed the seam down here, and then I took the opening where the neckline was, and I sewed this. So now, when you turn this over, am I doing this wrong? Oh, yeah. When you turn this over, it creates this nice little flouncing collar, which I think is very cute. And I have so much fabric. I think I might try this again with a different type of fabric, but It has the flouncing collar, and then it's all, the whole thing will just turn over like that and just kind of blouse itself. It'll just come over like that and just blouse itself, which I think is very cute. So I probably said that 1,000 times, but I like it. I like how far I'm coming along. I was nervous about this because I don't know. I thought when I cut it that it may start unraveling. I have pieces of the knit left, which I don't know. Oh, this may be enough though. This may be enough for 2 pockets. Because I just wanted my pockets to be on the outside. So maybe this is enough for the 2 pockets, to attach pockets. I don't know. I'll see tomorrow. And I'm going to find the t-shirts that I have and try to go ahead and cut strips and create the binding. When I had to go back and make adjustments, you can see where my lining was off, which is fine. When I was making the adjustments of the what do you call it? I guess it's adjustments. When I was making adjustments, I wasn't even thinking at that point. I was just trying to get it to fit the contour of my body. So it's a little off, doesn't matter. It's gonna look cute in the end. So stick with me. For me, it'll be tomorrow. For you, it'll be a few more minutes. Hi, you made it this far. So that means you're enjoying my video. So please click and subscribe. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. I thrifted this sweater with the intentions of using it to upcycle. So what I'm going to do is cut this into strips, because if you can see, these browns are close, and I think it's going to be a great contrasting color for my binding on my edges. So I'm going to figure out how I'm going to do the edges and then cut my strips up, and I'll be back to show you what I do. Okay, I've let this sit for a few days, and it was more than over 24 hours because sometimes when I'm remaking stuff, I'm not quite sure about my own thoughts. So I think I already said that I was going to put pockets on it. So I sewn this pocket down on the edge. The edge is sewn, and I gotta sew up here. However, because of the way the neck is made, this right here, and because of the fabric, which is this afghan, it was kind of bulky, so it did need a sleeve. So the sweater that I showed you that I was going to use to trim the edge, I'm still going to trim the edge, but I took the sleeves and put it on here, and I think it's going to turn out okay. I've attached this sleeve. This sleeve over here is pinned, so I gotta attach that one, and I gotta hem the edges because I did cut the cuff off because I thought I was going to turn this into strips to use for my binding. So right now I'm going to attach the other pocket at the bottom hem, and then I'm going to go and I'm gonna hem the cuff and attach the rest of the pocket, but I'm going to do that by hand. So this is going to be done by hand, and I'm going to do the hem by hand, and I'll be back to show you where I'm at. So I just wanted to show you what I did. I added a binding. This is the sweater. I added the sleeve. I actually added the sleeve, but I had already cut the cuff off. Then I decided, okay, well, I need the cuff on. So this is actually the bottom of the sweater, and I use it to make a cuff. So it kind of goes in like that. And I hand sewn this down, which was easier than on my machine. And now I'm going to show you guys what it looked like. I'm proud of it. So this is the end result. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed making this. I'm very proud of myself. It was a task, with all things you learn. Um, I'm actually going to wear this out. I like this. I found the matching turtleneck that I like. This is going to be real cozy for the rest of the fall and the winter. So try it. Never be afraid to try anything, whether you think it makes sense or not. I've had reservations of cutting into the throw, but I mean, you got to try something once. So that's what I did. I enjoyed it. It was a nice experience, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. And everybody has a talent, and go out and use yours for goodness. Be kind to everybody. See you guys later.